Yes, now everyone, welcome back to another video here on the Dom's Bolt Chat YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to do a fantasy recap video. If you want to go back and see my initial team at the start of the season, make sure you go have a look. I'll leave a link for that down in the description so you can see how poor my selections were at the start of the season. I've gotten a little bit better over time. Remember, this is only my first season doing fantasy for the A-League, so give me a little slack, but I have improved, although last week was an absolute shocker for me. But let's get into having a look at my team. Now, this is my team. So goalkeeper wise, it stayed the exact same. Still got Alex Paulson, still got Tom Hewitt-Bell. As I said last week, I had an absolute stinker. I left Hewitt-Bell on the bench. I completely forgot he had 2 games this week, but 2 clean sheets. What a week to leave him out as well. In defense, I've picked up Jacob Farrell, picked up Lucas Kelly-Heald, picked up Dane Ingham. Stefan Negro's on the bench. That's just a cheap option that I can leave on the bench and don't really have to worry about. Jack Clisby's come in and out of the squad many times as well. He hasn't had the greatest season in terms of stats, Jack Clisby, but you know, he's still one of the highest scoring players in the game. So, you know, I haven't been too disappointed with him, but there's definitely better options that I've considered swapping him out for. Jacob Farrell, I think not having him in at the start of the season was a massive risk. And then I think I brought him in around that 4th round when Mariners, you know, were on a 4-game losing streak. He was a bit cheaper because they'd been conceding a fair few goals, so brought him in and he's been solid for me. One of my highest point scorers since coming in. Dane Ingham, you know, a bit of a cheaper option as well. Newcastle are on and off, very inconsistent at the moment, Newcastle. Dane Ingham's just a cheap option. He provides a bit of attacking outlet from fullback, so I think fullbacks are definitely the way to go with defense. Although I say that Damien De Silva scored heaps of points last week because of that brace against Western United. Lucas Kelly-Heald, he's been good, although he was in and out of the team for a bit while Sam Sutton was coming back, so I dropped him for a couple of weeks, but his price didn't fluctuate too much, so I didn't lose too much out on that point of view. Onto the midfield, Jay O'Shea, been a mainstay in my team since day one. I think he's the highest scorer in the league at the moment, so very, very happy about that. I only dropped him that 1 week when he was suspended, brought in Davila. Davila performed extremely well. And then Zach Cloth, who, you know, he was been off and on, especially lately, but started the season unreal. I probably picked him up at that later point, but, you know, averaging, like, he's probably averaged 10 or so points for me every game week, so I can't really complain with that. And then, like Jay O'Shea, Josh Nisbet has been in the team since day one, and he's been a real key to my success in the leagues this season. Jake Coleman, I've just picked him up. I still had Alessandro Lapane in my team from the start of the season. Jake Coleman's just came in. I had a bit of extra budget because I've just made an attacking substitution as well. And then Keely Adamson, you know, I picked him up at 150 when he came into the fantasy. You know, just a bench player, but, you know, I can add him into my squad some weeks and he can add a few points. I think he got me a 9 or so in his first week, so I was pretty happy with that. Onto the attackers though, I've just bought in Adam Taggart. I've just dropped Angel Torres. Now, that's more a injury concern with me. I'm not 100% sure if he's going to be playing this week. I'm not sure how bad the injury was that left him out of the squad last week against the Wanderers. So, more precautionary on my side of things. So, I bought in Adam Taggart, you know, 3rd top goal scorer this season. He's been outstanding. Apostolos Stamatolopoulos, he's been really good since bringing him in. I did a podcast with Front Page Football. I'll leave a link to that down in the description as well. Brought him in after that podcast, and you know, Stamatolopoulos has been pretty good since then. I think he scored 4 or 5 goals since I bought him in, so really happy with that. And then Iran Kunda, you know, I picked him up fairly cheap. I think I picked him up for 220 or something like that. Been a really good option off the bench. Obviously hasn't been performing as well in some weeks, but you know, I think I've been pretty lucky. The weeks that I've dropped him, he hasn't played or hasn't performed well, and the weeks that he's in my squad, he has performed well. So look, overall, I'm really happy with my team. The one thing that's kind of concerning me at the moment, I've only got 9 trades left, and there's only 9 rounds left of the season. So that's the one thing I've probably used a bit too much, taken a bit for granted how many substitutions. I've only got 9 left for the rest of the season, so 1 per round. I've still got 4 boosts as well, so look, I don't have many trades left. I think I've used probably too many in weeks, so that's a learning curve for me. Let's have a look how I'm doing in my leagues though. Like I've said a couple of times, I didn't do very well last week, but I'm still sitting 3rd in my league at the moment. Only behind Aaron Girdwood-Reich, who, I think he's one of the top players in the game. He's been unreal. 2,300 points pretty much of the season. That's insane. Joe K, he's pipped me I think last week. I think I was 2nd going into last week, and he's pipped me this week, so I'm going to have to catch up. I'm going to have to beat Joe. But that is the whole table at the moment. Look, I'm fairly happy of where I am at the moment. Considering this is my first season, I'm fairly happy. I'm in some big leagues, and I'm sitting around that 20 mark. Overall, let's just check my overall rating real quick. So overall, I'm 460 out of everyone that's doing fantasy. So, can't complain too much. I keep saying that a lot, but I can't complain. This is my first season doing fantasy, so, I'm pretty happy. My team value just under 5 million. I was up as high as 300 and something last round, which I had an absolute cracker round. I think I scored into the top 1% last round, so I was really happy with that. But yeah, as you can see, 61 points last round. Bit of a stinker. But, top 6% overall. I can't complain with that. I'm very happy with that. So, I thought I'd just make a quick video providing an update on my fantasy. So, let me know down in the comments how you're going. I know there's a couple people that watch these that are doing really, really well in the league. So, shout out to you guys, and shout out to Corin, who is winning the league at the moment, aka Aaron Girdwood-Reich. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I thought I'd just, keep you updated on how I'm doing. Maybe I'll make more of these next season. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon.